Hello everyone! Hello and welcome! Today we are going live for day one of the Clean Carbs Challenge. So I hope you're all ready to dive in. I'm super excited. I have so much great information to share with you that hopefully will transform your lunches, transform your dinners, and even transform your life. So the number one thing I ask people to do is to add clean carbs back into their diet because so many people have been taking them out. So we're going to dive into that, but first please let me introduce myself. My name is Sue-Ann Hickey. I'm a certified naturopath and creator of Body Typology, System for Lasting Weight Loss. Nutrition, healthy eating, healthy lifestyle has been a passion of mine for over 28 years. Crazy, yes. I started practicing yoga in 1990, which completely set me off on a huge path of discovering everything I could and researching and being passionate about learning everything I could about a healthy diet, healthy lifestyle, healthy nutrition. In 2006, I took my passion to a whole new level and trained as a naturopath. And since 2008, I've been serving all my clients and really specializing in body type weight loss. So the main thing around eating right for your body type and losing the pounds you want to is eating the right foods at the right time for your body type. But on top of that, we really want to replace ordinary foods with more nutritionally dense alternatives. So we're going to unpack that a bit today. Welcome to all those that are joining. I know a lot of people will be catching the replay because they're busy. So let's jump in. Now I want to start at the top with brown rice. Now why would you replace white rice with brown rice? I know most people eat white rice, but the thing is, the more processed a food is, the less nutrients, the fewer nutrients it has. So brown rice has been polished and then they take off the outer layer, the germ, the bran, and all the healthy nutritious things to get white rice. So yes, it's light and fluffy, but I don't know about you, when I eat white rice, I'm hungry like an hour later because there's not much to it. So that is one of the keys to our replacing ordinary carbs with better alternatives. So brown rice, I have some here. We keep ours in a great big jar and super easy to cook. It just takes a little bit longer than white rice. So put on the timer, go do something else while you do it. 2 cups water, 1 cup brown rice, you are good to go. Brown rice is really high in a lot of vitamins and minerals, and especially complex B. Now, why is that key for us that so many of our clean carbs are high in complex B? Complex B vitamin nourishes the neurons in the nervous system. That makes us more calm. I don't know about you, but I could really use a lot more calm in my life. So those carbs are filled with B vitamins. Nothing could be better for us that know that those that of us that need to calm down. So the second grain I want to jump into is quinoa. Quinoa, I have a little bag here. I love quinoa. Quinoa is super versatile. Imagine it's a tiny little seed. So any of our seeds are super powerhouses of nutrients, right? They are filled with all these nutrients because they have to grow an entire plant. And so quinoa is super high in vitamins and minerals. It's one of the grains that is highest in protein. So half a cup of quinoa is filled with 8 grams of protein. Nope. 8 grams, yes, 8 grams of protein in half a cup cooked. So also easy to cook. 2 cups water, 1 cup quinoa, put them both in the pot at the same time, bring to a boil, simmer, put the lid on. It's ready in about 14 or 15 minutes when all the water is absorbed. Now, I often make this in the morning when I'm having breakfast. When it's done, I put the whole pot right in the fridge. And then at lunch, it's cool, and I just add all my ingredients into it to make a really fast, easy salad. We'll be going more into that tomorrow about how to make all of your clean carbs taste super delicious. Quinoa can be used hot or cold, kind of like rice as a side dish or in stews or soups or salads. It's a really amazing little grain. Next, let's move on to potatoes. So many people, clients that come to see me say, I am avoiding potatoes because I know I'm going to gain weight, or even avoiding all carbs because I think I'm going to gain weight. That is so false unless you're piling your potatoes high with butter and sour cream and cheese. So don't do that. So potatoes are not fattening. Here's the thing. If it grows, it's good for you. So potatoes are really good for us. The skins actually have more nutrients, and they're also sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are super high in beta carotene. All of our orange foods are high in anti-inflammatories, so that's also a really great thing. Sweet potatoes are also super high in fiber. So sweet potatoes are perfect in our Clean Carbs challenge. Next, what else do we have? Barley. I don't have any on hand to show you. Barley is great for things like lentil soup or pea soup. You have the lentils or the peas for protein, and add in the barley for your carb. You have like a full meal with some vegetables in the soup or on the side. So when you add in barley, you want to make sure that you buy the right kind of barley, because again, there are different kinds. The pearled barley has been polished, removing the outer layer, taking away the nutrients, and pot or Scotch barley has not been polished, so that's still intact with tons of nutrients. Now, barley is really alkalinizing for the body, so it helps reduce acidity in the body. Again, great for inflammation and things like that. And it's like a tonic. It's really high in minerals as well. What else is there? So moving on to our pasta, our bread, and our cereal. Now, some people know, some people don't know about kamut. So this is kamut pasta, K-A-M-U-T. So you can buy kamut pasta and spelt pasta. Now, what is that? This is kamut. It kind of looks like a rice. It's a grain. So here's the thing. We have wheat, but wheat unfortunately has been hybridized, manipulated, modified, transformed. They want it to produce twice as fast, twice as strong, twice the size of the plants, and they've just completely changed what used to be a healthy grain. But we are super fortunate. In most places we can get products, bread, pasta, cereals made with kamut and spelt. Now, these are still a kind of wheat, but they're an ancient grain, so they have not been modified, transformed, and completely changed. And when you eat them, they're way less gluten, so often like they might have 1% gluten that the others do, and they don't cause all the bloating that happens with wheat. So they're way better alternatives. Also, because they haven't been refined and transformed, they have more, again, proteins, minerals, vitamins, and healthy fats. So one piece of kamut bread, I know people are watching from all over, a lot of people from the States, but here close to Montreal, we have this kamut bread by Quinoa, and it's sourdough, really solid bread. So you have one piece of this, you'll be good. You should last right until, if you're having toast for breakfast, you should last right until lunch without being hungry, because it really packs a nutritional punch. So, and there's many other kinds of pastas also. Right now there's pasta made with beans and chickpeas and all kinds of things. So also really filling. Just be aware of the gluten-free products. I know some people may have celiac, they might have to use gluten-free products, but often they're made with light ingredients like tapioca starch or white rice, and a lot of sugar can be added. So check the labels and try kamut pasta if you can, or even buckwheat is also amazing. Buckwheat absorbs all the vitamins and minerals from the ground, so it's really high in vitamins and minerals. We're talking about lunch, but just a little added bonus here. For breakfast, Nature's Path makes this kamut cereal. So I know it's probably backwards. This is kamut corazon wheat flakes. This is an amazing kind of cereal that I really recommend to a lot of my clients when they still want to have cereal for breakfast. And it's so much better than so many of the other cereals like Rice Krispies or something that, again, you'll be hungry an hour later. This is only has 5 grams of sugar, so it's not that high in sugar. You can have that with fruits and berries, and again, you'll be good to go all the way until lunch. There's another grain that I want to mention. It's called millet. I myself do not eat a lot of millet. It's also like a tiny little seed. It has kind of a little nutty taste, but it's also a great alternative. So I hope this helps. Your challenge today is to have half a cup of carbs with your lunch or with your dinner. And when you do that, what happens? It keeps you satisfied a lot longer. So for those of you that want to drop a few pounds, what usually happens is at lunch, you grab like a salad or a wrap or something super fast, because I know you're busy. You don't have time to make all these carbs. But when you do that, you can be hungry an hour or two later, and then you might be reaching for unhealthy snacks. By the time dinner comes around, you're again overly hungry. You might overeat at dinner. So it's going to be a game changer, let me tell you, for you to add in a half a cup, you don't need a whole lot, half a cup is great, of carbs at lunch. So if you're worried like, Sue-Ann, you don't know my life, I don't have time to cook all these things. It's always about the planning and preparing in advance. As I said, I cook my quinoa at breakfast often, throw the whole pot in the fridge. If you're cooking brown rice for dinner, you just have to make sure it goes on. It takes about 45 minutes, so put it on before, 45 minutes before dinner will be ready, and put on the timer, you're good to go. Or make some extra and keep it in the fridge. You can even freeze some of these whole grains if you want to. So it does take some planning and preparing in advance, but I highly recommend you cook big quantities, and then that will last you a long time. You can always reheat them or use them cold. We'll talk tomorrow about how to make delicious pasta salads, potato salads, and all kinds of delicious recipes. All right, so it's hard to see if there are any questions here from those that are following live. Just let me check my laptop for a second. Does anyone have any questions? Well, if there are any questions, you can pop them in the comments below. It's hard for me to see if they're comments, and I'll come back into the Facebook group and answer them. So I'm cheering you on, day 1. Stay tuned tomorrow for more delicious, healthy recipes and lots more information. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.